an iHeartRadio station.
The thoughts and opinions expressed are those of the sponsor and don't necessarily reflect those of the station or iHeartMedia.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
And we are spiritually speaking to all of you tonight, and we are counting up or counting down. Don't know the best way to say that, but if you haven't heard the news, we're moving on up. We're moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment at WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3. Yes, you heard it right. WBZT and I are going to part ways, and they're changing their program. And I said, no problem, because we've got a home, and there's no place like home at WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3. So that's where we're moving on the beginning of August. So we've got 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 more shows for all of us to share time and space together here on WBZT. So you be sure to follow all the news breaking excitement that we're going to have coming up, because we're going to be talking about some of the changes and what that means to all of us and some of the on-the-road events we're going to be doing. How would you like to be able to come to the center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and see the show live? Just like we did at Juniors. How would you like for me to come back to Juniors? Maybe we could pop on over to some other locations. Well, I know that we're going to be. And there's some other great things coming up. So keep your ears peeled, because we've got exciting news. And right now, I believe we're on our 393rd live show, something like that. And so we're going to make it almost to the 400 mark of live shows before we exit here at the end of July. But don't worry, we're all still here for July. And tonight's the night that we're going to talk about love. I want to know, what are your love questions? And what are some of your love dilemmas? Do you have a love dilemma? Something got your mind so twisted you don't know how to think clearly? Or is there a love that perhaps isn't working the way you'd like it to? Maybe there's a relationship that's not giving you what you want. Maybe it's time for a change. You know, change is important. But sometimes we don't know how to take ourselves out of that. You know, I sit across from many people every day, and I have to say that one of the most important questions people ask is, what about my love life? What can you tell me about love? Well, let me say this. What can you tell me about love? Let me ask you that question. Because first and foremost, you have to love yourself. In order to attract the right partner, someone who is that equal for you, that Well, they say yin and yang. The only way to really do that is to find that mate, that match, that flow, that give and take. And when you find that energy, what most people do at that point in a relationship is they hold on too tightly. And they squeeze the life out of the essence that it is. And they don't allow the person to be who they need to be, and vice versa. Because sometimes for people to find that connection, it took a while. And sometimes they have to just trust that it's all going to unfold perfectly. And in relationships and in love, the most important aspect is trust. You have to trust the person you're with. And if you have to ask the question, what are they doing? What are they up to? Then what does love have to do with it? Because you have to trust your own intuition. You have to trust when you know that maybe it's not the right fit for you. You have to trust what you see before you. And you have to allow people to show you who they are. Because when they show you, then you know. But when we're in love, sometimes we don't want to see what we see. How many of you have skipped down the merry path and been in a relationship and, well, only to find out it was not the fairy tale that you thought it was? Actually, it was more like the horror movie. And then what do? You're like, eek! How do I get myself out of this? How do I get myself into it? And then you fixate on that experience and you hold that in your being. And then you're mad at yourself and you're mad at the person that you were with. And then everything starts to build up inside you. And then you know what happens? You begin to attract that same person all over again. Different face, different form, maybe a different hair color. But guess what? Nothing really changes. Because you find that the people you're attracting, what they are mirroring is the insecurity, the aspect of you that isn't quite what you would like it to be. And everything that we do is so important in life. And when we focus our attention on what we do and how we do it and what we represent as a person, and we stand by that authenticity, and we don't stand by the fears and the insecurities, we stand by the truth of who we are. And we learn to forgive ourselves for the mistakes that we've made. Haven't you made some mistakes in your life? Everybody's made mistakes. I'm sure we could all pull out quite the list. And if you'd like, we could all exchange mistakes made. But often what we do is beat ourselves up. And we wonder, why do we hold on to that? Well, no one's perfect. And personally, I like to refer to myself as imperfectly perfect. I'm really good at that. But the aspect that I focus on is that love is the only power. Love is the only answer. Love is the most important part of all that we are. And when we love ourselves and we hold that space of what we desire, and we don't beat ourselves up on the fear, what if it happens again? You know how many people I've heard tell me I've given up on love? I'm like, you can't give up on love. That's like giving up on life. Love is the only power. It is the force that fuels the entire energy. But because we can't let go, we have this sack of heartache that we tend to throw in front of ourselves, and we weigh ourselves down and trip ourselves. And then we overcompensate. Have you ever overcompensated in a relationship? Gone above and beyond the call of duty. Done more than maybe really was necessary. But, there's a song. I can't make you love me if you don't. I can't make you feel something you won't. Think about it. You can't make someone love you. It's something they feel. It's something that their heart opens up, blossoms like that flower. And no two flowers bloom at the same time. But what I've noticed, and you want to ask yourself, have I done this, is that we make excuses for people. We keep saying, oh no, I'm just going to tend to the garden a little more. I'm going to tweak some of the leaves, and I'm just going to keep nurturing this love experience, and I just know any minute they're going to wake up and say, hallelujah, I love you. It doesn't always work that way. You know, I'm making light of it because love doesn't have to be that serious. It's a magnificent experience. But it doesn't have to be that serious when we break our hearts and we feel the pain. We don't have to allow it to be that ton of bricks that, well, maybe if you pissed off someone in the mob and they tied some bricks to you and threw you in the Hudson River, well, that's a reason to go sink it. But when someone hurts you, my goodness, they hurt you, and maybe they didn't realize it. Or maybe they knew exactly what they're doing. But the bottom line is, in that moment, you're feeling hurt. You're feeling pain. You're feeling as if no one's ever going to love you. And we've all been there. We've all felt that energy of, why aren't I good enough? Why can't I have what I desire? And then I like to peel it back. I want to peel it back to the times when maybe you were in competition with someone in your life. Perhaps there was an experience in the childhood that perhaps made you feel as if you were less than, insignificant. Maybe there was a competition going on in the family. You got to be smart like so-and-so. Or look at your brother. Your brother doesn't give us any problems. Why can't you be like your brother? Or maybe there was that one shining moment, the moment when you knew you would get the approval of a parent. And it didn't happen. And somewhere inside, you began to take in the memory that love hurts. And that you need to do everything possible to have someone love you. And so we begin to overcompensate and make excuses. And then we create this dynamic of attracting people who, by the way, they see you coming. They know that you need them on some level. And their energy needs to be needed. And so the dynamic, the dysfunctional dynamic begins. And come on, we're all a little dysfunctional. That's why we all could be on a talk show one day. But that's not the point. It's not to look back at the parents and say, wow, look what they did. It's to say, this is where I am now in this aspect of my life, this moment in my life, and make the list. These are the things that I desire. This is what I'd love to accomplish in my life. And a primary partnership that is based out of desire and is mutually reciprocal, and it is not based out of need, top of the list. And take a good look around. That applies to, in the relationship world, into friendships and even sometimes family. Sometimes we have to back it up. Can't always, overcompensate even there. Because to thine own self be true. You have to be true to yourself. Each relationship brings an opportunity to learn, gives an opportunity for you to grow and expand who you are. Each relationship, each aspect of the relationship allows you to discover who they are, who you are, and what you bring to the table. So no matter where you are in this moment, in this line of relationships that you've had, whether you're currently in one, magnificently fulfilled, whether you're just starting one, whether one's just ended, or maybe you're in one of those that you're not feeling fulfilled, you just don't know how to extract yourself or how to tie it up in a package. Wherever you are, remember that the minute you make the decision and you choose love, even if you're exiting a relationship, the minute you choose love, love is the answer. And if you do everything you do in the spirit of love, even though it might get uncomfortable, even if the other person doesn't like what they hear, or if you're on the receiving end, if you don't like what you're hearing, it doesn't represent who you are. You see, you were created in the magnificence and in the essence that is God. And that love trumps all other love. That love is the power of the energy that can shift any moment in your life that you feel is a determining moment that brings you down and raise you back up. Higher than you've ever been before. With a better partner. With a better aspect of relationship. But you do have to do the work. We all have that time that we've got to spend to ourselves and really understand who we are as an individual, what you bring to the table, and what areas need a little tweaking. Time to tweak sometimes. Take a good look. But what most of us do when we look in the mirror is, oh my God, how do I look? Wow, all right, no, wait, looking a little older. Wait, hold on, let me check the wrinkles. Or if you have one of those moments where you know, oh, that wasn't one of my better moments or my best decision, we look in the mirror and go, I can't believe you did that. What, are you crazy? And we actually self-talk with criticism. Well, is that how you would talk to God if God was standing in front of you? Because when you're looking in the mirror, by golly, you're talking to God. Because looking right through that iris of your eye, God's looking right back at you. There's a reason why they say the eyes are the window of the soul. You can see so much in someone. You can feel so much from them. And you can shift so much energy. But you have the power within you to raise above any aspect of the experience and make it something different. Even if you're a little miffed at yourself. And that's okay because, well, sometimes we don't make the best choices. And when you make a choice, stand by your choice. And take responsibility for the part that you played. And when you get a sense and a feeling that someone's not the right fit, because if I had $1, let me get New York. If I had $1 every time somebody came to me and said, Sarah, do you think this is the person for me? I was thinking they're probably not. In my head, I'm saying, you're probably right. Follow your intuition. If I had $1 for every time that was said to me in a session, I would be a millionaire. But we want to hear someone else tell us because we don't trust our judgment. And you know what my job is as a spiritual advisor, as a transformational coach? It is to allow you the space to recognize who you are and what your truth is. And to help you find the few breadcrumbs so you could find your place in the sun. Your place in paradise. Paradise on earth. We're not meant to suffer. We're not meant to, oh my God, sacrifice our life to be with this life partner forever because you're not meant to suffer. And some people say, oh, well, God wanted me to marry this person. I'm like, how do you know? Did you check with God? Well, how am I going to check? You wait on God. You wait for God to show you. But you know, in this life, instant life, disposable life, we all want something lickety-split, right? Like, I don't know, I'm surprised they don't have a McDonald's pull-up mate match or something, right? You get a burger and get a mate. What? What's the difference? Well, they have all these apps, right? I'm sure you can get somebody pretty quickly. But what are you attracting? And is quick always better? When you wait, you have an essence inside that's prompting you to look at things differently. When you're afraid to be alone and be by yourself, then you're going to attract someone because you don't want to be alone. But when you love yourself, it's cool to be alone. Would you like someone? Yes. And you may say, and again, if I had another $1 for this one, for sure I'd be rich. But I've been alone for so long. I haven't had someone for so long. When is it going to change? When do you want it to change? And people say, well, I want it to change. But if you're not truly loving yourself in that aloneness, it's difficult to attract the right person. Because the right person is going to bring the breath of life to you. And they're going to lift your spirit and bring you the other piece of you. The piece that was there but needed to come alive. And love has all that power. Love has the power to heal. Love has the power to change any family argument. Love is the power to be the better person in an argument, even if you know you're right. We don't have to be right. We don't have to be righteous. We don't have to be judgmental. Love is the energy that just allows people to be who they are. And when it's not a comfortable fit, you don't need to judge the person. You just recognize that there's not the flow, the dance of love. And when there's not the dance, then it's not the right time. And you let it go. Meet people where they are, as they are, for who they are. And you stay true to yourself. Because tonight, we're taking your questions on love. And anything else. You always know Spirit's ready to answer any question. And we are welcoming your questions on Facebook, welcoming your questions here live on WBZT, iHeartRadio, WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we're taking your calls at 1-800-889-0267. And what I would love is that when you ask your love question or any question, be direct. What is it that can best assist you at this moment, in this segment of your life, in this literally halfway mark of 2017, as we begin to count down to the end of the year? What is it that you would like to know that can give you that clue, that breadcrumb, to give you that fulfilled life that you would love to have here on this earth, in this year, in this moment? Let's be specific. And knowing that I was going to do this show, well, I have to give Spirit that credit. Spirit did it to me again. They said, you sit right down here, little girl, at the piano, and we're going to just have you let your fingers run across the keys. And we're going to give you another song for everyone. I have a feeling they're going to give us a song just for you all these last few weeks here to celebrate our 8 years together, our wonderful time we've had. Because I can truly say that I love all of you, and I'm so grateful that we've had this experience together. We've shared this. We've grown together. And love is the answer. And love has the power to open the door. Love's going to open the door for all of us, if you believe. 1-800-889-0267. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then we're going to go to the phone lines. But take a listen, and really listen to what Spirit has to say about how love can open the door for you. And don't beat yourself up. Love didn't lose you, didn't forget you. The door's open just for you. Stay with us.
Take my hand and walk with me, so we can go where we'll be free, and we will see the world differently, where one heart can go
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Want to connect to the light within you? Talk to Sarah now and begin your spiritual empowerment. Call Sarah at 561-844-6167 locally or toll free at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide. You can email your questions to Sarah to radio@sarahspiritual.com.
Take my hand and walk with me so we can go where we'll be free and we will see the world differently.
And we are back here live on WBZT, iHeartRadio, WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we're spiritually speaking to all of you and answering your calls at 1-800-889-0267. And we are going to go to Facebook as well. And we're going to tap into all of you and make that connection and see, well, what's love got to do with it anyhow? Going right to the phone lines, and you know what? I'm going to take Evie. She's in Orlando. Evie, how are you tonight?
Good evening, Sarah.
How's everything going?
It's going. You know, it's so funny because I have to say that, you know, when you're blinded and don't want to see the truth, spirits have a funny way of showing it to you.
Really?
Yeah. And when you do see it, you're like, oh, that's right. I was just trying to act like things were supposed to settle itself.
Yeah, it's like, oops, there it is.
Mm-hmm. So tonight I wanted to know, you know, what spirit has to say in regards to a relationship.
Okay.
A true relationship.
A true relationship. Well, let's not judge the past relationship because there's change around you. And the change that you're having is part of the evolution of self and understanding that you don't want to settle. You want more than what you've experienced before. And you've become aware of the parts of relationship that remind you of the past. And now it's deciding what part you are contributing to and making those adjustments with self. And as much as you say, I want a relationship, emotionally, you're not fully engaged. And you attracted someone who wants a relationship, but doesn't know how to be fully engaged in the relationship. And this is a relationship that had time to blossom over about 6-8 months. Yes, you had some time together, and you were able to spend physical time together, a connection of time. And as we peel back the layers, the person is, and here's Spirit's words, they said they're a runner. They run. So they dance in, but they manage to turn away and run out the door when the going gets tough. And so you started to feel insecure and unsafe. So what does that remind you about in your life? What aspect of that feeling unsafe do you want to take a look at so that you can finish healing and doing some work on that, so that when we attract the next partner, the next mate, the next relationship, it truly is of that higher vibration, that equally yoke, that vibration of higher echelon. That's a mate, that's a match for life, which is ideally what you say you want. And forgive the words, but Spirit says she wants it, but she is afraid to put her trust in someone. This is what Spirit says. So Evie, for you to take a look at that and what part of you is afraid to trust. And listen, we all have a story. Everyone has a story, the song said, right? Everyone's had their pain. But we all have to give love another chance and open the door so that it can bring that. So don't bring the past to the next relationship that I see that is right around the corner. I see this relationship coming to you end of year. I want to put you in December. I want to put you in a time where you are in a festive mood. I want to take you out, and I want to say that life has come in order for you, that everything in the physical life that's out of sorts now has fallen into place. You're feeling secure. You're trusting that you're going to be okay. You've been your own foundation, and responsibilities have been minimized so that you're able to just focus on you and experiencing everything you desire in a relationship. And this takes me to the end of 2017. And okay, so now, oh wow, I love when I hear that. Hark, I hear a bell. I do hear wedding bells. So there will be a wedding. And if I take you out into the 2019 year, I feel there's a marriage, there's a union there. And, you know, it's up to you what you do with it, whether you get married or you live together. That's totally up to people right now. But I hear the bells of commitment, the bells of connection. And Spirit's never wrong when they give me those bells. It's like, ding, ding, the race is on. So I see it coming. So it's up for you to be open and receptive for that. And this will come to pass in a very short time. You're going to meet someone, and it's going to lead to something serious for you. All right?
All righty. Well, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. God bless you. Thank you for calling. All right, bye.
God bless. Bye.
1-800-889-0267. And if you're on Facebook, let's start those questions rolling, because I'm going to be getting to Facebook in just a minute. I'm going to the phone lines at 1-800-889-0267 because I've got Steve on the line. Steve, what's love got to do with it, Steve?
Hey, good evening, Sarah. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Steve. How can Spirit and I assist you?
Yeah, I don't have a love question per se. I
Okay.
never do. I'm in good hands with the one I'm with thus far. I've been with her 4.5 years, so I'm hanging in there.
I know, but you know what? I have to say something. Didn't Spirit see her coming? Didn't we say there was a relationship?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
predicted her a year out.
Yeah.
A year before it happened. Yes.
Yeah. So see, we pulled her in. Come to me,
Yes.
come to me, right? We got her in. So she's here, and you know what? She's a good balance for you. And you know what? I know that she's got a strong personality.
Yep.
He's like, yep. But I do want to say this, that she doesn't create this energy that puts you down the way other people have. Sometimes you interpret her strength in her words as a personal attack, but it's really not. It's just her way of shaking you up and waking you up.
You must be in here with us.
I am in there with you. Oh, I've been there for 8 years. How do you know? Remember, once everyone opens the Sarah Spiritual door, we are connected forever, everyone. So, yes, I know that. And she does not mean you harm. She's just very direct with her words. And you're just frustrated that you're not where you want to be. So let's explore that question. What is that question, Steve?
Where does Spirit see me going? Because so many things that I used to do are now gone. I mean, lately I've been thinking, you know, if I can't do what's out here, I need to work for myself, number one. And number two, all these different psychic things that are happening to me, they're nonstop and they're occurring more and more frequently. So I'm at the crossroads. I'm like, what does Spirit want me to do?
Well, here at the crossroads is a great place to be, because then you've got all four corners to make a choice towards. So it's not, and I hear this, Steve, it's not what Spirit wants you to do. Because the greatest gift we have, free will.
Yes.
So they are giving you things to notice what you notice. And you're getting to notice that you're gifted and that spiritually you're awakening. And you're opening up to new possibilities for yourself. And that what you did for a living, the work, doesn't work for you anymore. And if you're blessed to have those opportunities, it might give you the money to pay the bills, but it's not who you are anymore. That life has worn you down so much that you've realized that by surrendering, well, first of all, you're laying flat on your back looking up at all the stars. Infinite possibilities. And you've been there. And so now what they're bringing you as the opportunity to allow them to guide you and get you to pay attention. And that's why some of the awakenings that you're having in the middle of the night, some of the third eye happenings that you're experiencing, some of the dreams that you're having that aren't really a dream, like you're in a parallel world, in a parallel universe, kind of cool, is getting your attention. They're being very dramatic with you. Lord knows they would have freaked me out if they had tried that with me. So they're doing that so they have your attention so that you learn to trust them. Trust them and trust their prompting, and that they're preparing you for something. Everything we do in life prepares us for where we are now. And what we're doing now is preparing us for where we are to be, where we have yet to be. But because we live in the moment of now, trust that you're being prepared. I do feel that you are going to utilize some of these gifts and some of this awareness in your healing energy. I do feel that you're going to have an opportunity to develop more gifts and make it as, I'm not going to say a profession like I do, but I do see you doing something working with Spirit World to assist people and making some living at it. And I do see a book. And I know you don't know about that, but there's a book coming.
Okay.
And some of these happenings, if you were to write them down, well, nobody would believe you.
Well, in my dream, which I thought was a dream, I mean, I saw, you know, people who had died years ago who I knew were relatives, but they were like all around me. I said, okay, well, it must have been a dream. But I guess it wasn't. I guess it wasn't.
You were in the spirit world with them. They were kind of right there in the parallel universe, just right there for you to see.
Yeah.
And they're there. They're there to assist you. So they're awakening the gifts with you. And there's a change coming for you. And when I take you out of this 2017 year, you're not the man that you were 5 years ago. There's an evolution that comes spiritually for you. It's quite the magical awakening for you. So document, write down. People like hearing your stories. You're a storyteller. You had someone in your family who was a storyteller too, who's passed. So that's in the family lineage. Because I heard a male voice say, just like me. So whoever just like me is, that storytell line, that lineage is with you. So this is going to make for such a story. But the story has a way of building momentum and leading you to the path that you might be able to capitalize on it.
Well, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
I can't go to his surviving family and say, listen, I heard from such and such, because they'll think I'm crazy. But I know it's him. I mean, you know, and my cousins and whatnot. So I try to keep all of this away from them, all of it.
Right. So what do? Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
You wait. The time will come. I've been told many a thing that people would have thought I was crazy, and I had to wait. And sometimes there's an opportunity to say it in conversation that you don't even realize that you've delivered the message. They'll prompt you at the perfect time, Steve. Don't worry.
I thank Spirit for allowing me to drop 10 pounds. That was good. So thank you, Spirit.
Well, good. You know what? You have to have that flow in your energy. So they are preparing you, Steve. So get ready. It's going to be quite the ride.
Okay. Well, thank you for your answers.
You're welcome, Steve. God bless you. Thank you for following the show. Bye. And I want to go to Facebook and see what's going on there because, let's see, we've got Strange, oh my God, need help please. Oh, Brianna. Let's see, Brianna. Let's see. What else is going on? We need help please. Brianna, I want to know about relationship and I want to know what's going on with you in relationship because I feel as if you've had one too many broken hearts at such a very young age here. Brianna, shoot the question out from there. I know you want help, but I want to assist you with the best possible question. So in the feed, ask the question for me. And I know it's really strange what's going on, but I feel as if you need to settle yourself in your question, and I'm going to be right back with you. And in the meantime, I'm going to go to Jackie, and Jackie is in West Palm Beach. Jackie, let's see, Jacqueline, let's go to Jacqueline.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing really well, Jacqueline, and how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I am calling to find out from Spirit what you Spirit have for me and in love, not so much as a relationship. On my journey to enlightenment, I'm loving me more, I'm exploring, I'm just trying to get to a different level, working on me, and then I guess everything else will fall into place. So what does Spirit have for me?
Yes, and you know, it's been a long time since you were able to say that you loved yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a song, it's an old song, but there was a song that says, I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. And for you right now, you're in this place that you're really understanding who you are and the gifts that you have. And the past 2 years have brought you to your knees and brought you back up. This makes sense to you, yes? You've
Yes,
had
it
trials
does.
and tribulations, and you rose
Yes.
above them, and you overcame them. And even though the waters are a little murky still, you're walking around saying, well, I've just got to be me, and the best possible me I can be. And then you know that you're going to be blessed by God. You have this innate knowing that there's a blessing coming for you. And not just in relationship, but the whole enchilada. Everything's coming.
Mm.
So it's almost all here. But what Spirit wants you to be aware of is that when you take time to pray and you take time to praise, make sure that you take time to decree what it is you desire. Don't be afraid to tell them what you need.
Okay.
But it's not from a place of need. It's just the energy of this is what I desire and this is what I'm directing in the energy and this is how it comes.
Okay.
And in the year of 2018, I see financial balance, because things have been out of balance, yes?
Yes.
I also see relationship, because it's been a long time since we've had a solid relationship, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because when I first heard your voice, Spirit says, how long till love? That's what I wrote. Because it's been a long road, right? Long and winding road with a lot of bumps. So I'm going to take you, and I have to take you out a little further than I want to as another girl. I want to go, sorry, I can't say by the end of the year, but as I open up the 2018 to you, and you heard the caller before, Steve said, I saw the person a year out. Some things take a little time, but that's, you just love yourself so much, it's fine, you'll be fine. I'm going to take you to the February month, the month of love, and I see the energetic portal open for relationship, not just any relationship, not just a relationship of need, someone who's actually going to love you for who you are, and you're able to love them for who they are. So I'm seeing this love relationship because there's been a lot of healing from a past relationship where there was a lot of hurt in that relationship, yes?
Yes.
A lot of healing went on. But there is a shift and change coming for you. So I'm so happy that you're learning to love yourself, so grateful that you're spending that quality time with self, because I know that that's the key for you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
1-800-889-0267. And I've got to go to Fort Lauderdale. I've got PJ on the line. PJ, how are you? PJ, are you there?
Feed my dogs, but I'm going to put that on hold. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly, PJ. And how are you tonight?
Super. I'm actually calling. I know it's about love, but
That's okay.
My question is about love as far as work. Love as far as, do you see a shift, Spirit telling you a shift that was going on in my work life?
To bring back the passion in your work, yes?
I have passion in my job. I don't lose that, but I'm in a spot where I'm working for a person that's not fulfilling my needs.
Mm-hmm.
And
I see the shift.
it's just, I feel like my fire is going out a little bit, going every day. One of the things that's hard about Florida is that it's a big difference from being New York and Florida.
I understand.
And people in Florida, are just cheap people.
All right, we're not gonna go there.
Okay.
We're gonna change that channel. Okay.
Okay.
Because in the moment of now, you're attracting everything you desire and all that you need in this moment. And in the moment of now, it is you that are staying there unfulfilled. In the moment of now, when you walk in that door, you say, I don't know how and I don't know when, but this is the day that there's a shift coming my way that opens up the possibility of something better.
Okay.
Something better that is more financially rewarding, ethically rewarding. Because I feel like they don't support your work. That's not a goat, is it? Like I'm hearing also, Dr. Doolittle, please. What is that's
my
a cat?
Saying hi. My cat.
Okay.
One of my rescue cats are saying hi.
Okay, well that's
that
good.
That looks a lot like your little girl.
Ah, like my little Cleopatra. Yes, my superstar. Yep. Yes. So you're shifting that energy, and remember the pattern that you have, PJ. You hold on a little too long to things when they're not working for you.
Mhm.
So use this as an exercise to make the shift sooner than later. Because he is sucking the life force from you in this experience. And it is draining the passion. And I see renewed fire, renewed passion. And I see renewed connections. I see you working from another location. And I also see you doing more work for yourself.
Okay.
And was there a thought and idea for you to start a not-for-profit?
For
animals?
For animals?
Yes.
It's a lot of work. It would be hard for me to honor my word or something like that.
But you're not doing it alone.
Yeah,
this is why we have a board of that's how we start not-for-profits. People invest and they believe in the cause. Play with that.
Yeah.
Play with that. Because you alone are taking it all on. If you had the assistance of a board and a project, well, the world would be a better place for our furry friends, yes?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, big responsibility.
So if I take you out to the end of this year and I take you to the month of November, you can be in another location, in another facility working. If you take the look and scout out another place, okay?
Okay, I'll do.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you for following the show, PJ. Okay, great. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, bye.
1-800-889-0267. And Facebook questions, keep them coming. And Rosie wants to know, any good love news for you? Well, Rosie, when I look at your birthday, the first thing they tell me is that sometimes you don't like to be flexible. I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you what they're telling me. So Spirit is also telling me that there's been, they give me the number 7. Like there was a 7-year relationship that hurt you, or there's a 7-year disconnect from that relationship. I'm not sure where the 7 fits in, but I just want you to know that there is love coming. There is an opportunity for love coming. I feel like you've been on your own for a while. Rosie, look to the month of January of 2018 to bring love for you. All right? You need to get out a bit more too, Rosie. Keep the questions coming on Facebook. Keep the questions coming at 1-800-889-0267. If you're on WWNN, pop on over to WBZT. Stay with us, everyone. Don't you go away. We're going to be right back.
tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after Fox News. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, and I'm so excited. I have some great news for you.
Radio
Come
station.
here. I've got to tell you something. This May, this month, right now, we are preparing to celebrate 8 years live on WBZT iHeartRadio. And you can listen to my radio show, Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, live on WBZT.com iHeartRadio. But we have more great news. I can also be heard on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. It's been an exciting 2017, and we have so much to celebrate. And this coming Wednesday, and every Wednesday in the month of May, I am going to be celebrating you, my listeners, all of you who have been following me for all my shows, because we are coming up on our 385th live show. As you can tell, I really don't miss a show on a Wednesday because I want to be here for all of you. And I'm excited because I'm going to be giving away, yes, you heard me, I'm giving away a spiritual reading. I'm giving away some spectacular products, my Good Vibration Spray. I'm going to be giving away fairies. I'm going to be giving away angels. I'm going to be giving away my very special Sarah Spiritual mug. How about having a cup of coffee with me in the morning? On Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, live on WBZT, we are celebrating in the month of May because the year of 2017, we raise our glass to you, and we're toasting you, our listeners, our followers, because we are celebrating 8 years live. But I have more news. Did you know that I'm live on Facebook, and I am live on Periscope? You can interact with me live on Facebook every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on WBZT, WNN, and 95.3. So I would love to have you join me this Wednesday, May 10th, on WBZT, and every Wednesday in the month of May, because we've got a party going on. Oh, and the party? Well, the actual party is May 24th. That's the day we celebrate you. So come on, join me. Join me for the big month of our 8-year celebration. And this one's for you. I raise my glass, and I'm going to raise a toast to all of you, and I thank you for following me, you, my listeners, because it's all about you, your questions, and the answers Spirit has for you. Thank you, God bless you, and I am Sarah Spiritual. Classes in session at the Expedito Enlightenment Center here in sunny West Palm Beach, Florida. But if you're not local, that's okay, because you can join me live online. Visit sarahspiritual.com and learn all about my classes. But let's just take a minute. Let's hear what we've got coming up. I have my spectacular prosperity class. This helps us create abundance, to bring forth all the money that we desire, all the blessings that we desire, and we're going to create spectacular abundance in your life. You know the rule, 10 times 10? Tenfold your abundance will come to you. So we've created a spectacular class, we being Spirit and I, that talks about your flow of money, your flow of blessings. And I would love to have you join me on May 15th, Monday night, from 7:30 to 9 p.m.
And the class, it's only $10. So for $10, let's see, perhaps abundance will flow beyond measure because you'll have all the tools that you need to begin to create that universal flow. And don't you remember Jerry Maguire? He said, show me the money. And we're saying to the universe, universe, show me the money. And we're going to assist you to break those blockages, those lack of worthiness, that feeling that maybe I don't deserve to have everything I desire. We're going to show you tips to just break down that lack of receptivity and bring the prosperity in. So I hope to see you here live at the Expedito Enlightenment Center Monday night, May 15th, and join us for our wonderful prosperity class. The class is from 7:30 to 9 p.m. It's only $10, and you can watch it online as well. Thank you so much. Visit me at sarahspiritual.com. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, and I am here live at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in sunny West Palm Beach, Florida. Visit me online at sarahspiritual.com and get an idea of what we have to offer here at the center if you're not local to me. But if you are local to West Palm Beach, I would love if you popped into the center. And I just love the products that I've created. I have mists. I have these baths and oils. Are you looking for sage to smudge out your house? Are you looking for herbs to create something spectacular for your own aromatherapy or perhaps a spiritual bath? Browse my books. Visit us and share in the energy. And if you haven't booked a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, then pick up the phone. Schedule your appointment. Call 561-682-0955.
Assist you to connect with the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share the love and light.
And we are back here live in WBZT. I hope you popped on over from WWNN, but don't worry, WWNN, you're going to have me all to yourself real soon. But we're going right back to the phone lines, 1-800-889-0267, and I am committed for this hour. Hold on, we're going to take as many calls as possible. Are you ready? Going back to the phone lines, I've got to go back to West Palm. I've got another Jacqueline on the line. Jacqueline, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great. You've got a love question, yes?
Yes.
Love. So let's talk love here, because when I look at the energy of love, we have a specific person that we're questioning, yes?
Yes.
What is their birthday?
January 26th.
And the partnership, notice the word I'm using, partnership, it seems a little spotty at times, yes?
Yes.
And the relationship, you're wondering if it's the kind that's going to stand the test of time, is that correct, Jacqueline?
Yes.
Okay. But you know, the person is I want to say they're a little moody.
Uh-huh.
Like they have their own version of PMS. True, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like.
It seems that way, I know. But Spirit also talks about they have a lot of good intentions. They have difficulty following through. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
It's like they're afraid to commit.
Okay.
But they want to do everything they can for the relationship, but they have an issue from the past that they're dragging along with them. There was a heartbreak hotel routine that happened, and I have to go back 15 years. You know what happened 15 years ago to them?
Wow. No.
Okay. So they're a little, I'm going to use this word, skittish.
Okay.
But the question is this the partner for me? Yes?
Right.
And I feel that you question some of their authenticity as well. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. Pay attention to those clues,
Okay.
because they do not always do and say what they mean. And so you're going to find that in this next August into September, so then they're going to give me about 8 weeks. In this next 8 weeks, I want you to pay attention to their inconsistencies.
Okay.
And when there's an inconsistency that kind of strikes you in the chord of your solar plex, like you can feel it viscerally inside of you, you're like, okay, you sit them right down and you say, you know what? Something didn't feel comfortable for me and I want to explore it. And just ask the question. And then you'll see where they are. Because there was a time where you were much more committed to this relationship. Is that true?
Yes.
And now I feel like we've pulled back, yes?
Slightly, yes.
Yes. So we want to see in the pulling back, because life is a dance. So they pull back, you pull back, right? And the other person's supposed to come in. We want to see how they come in, and you're going to have a good sense of that in the next 8 weeks.
Okay.
And you're going to be able to decide whether this is the relationship, because you've invested some time in this relationship, yes?
Yes.
And you just want to know because you want a life partner.
Yes.
But remember, you're healing, and he's healing.
Okay.
All right? But when I tell you he cares the best way that he can. His heart wants to care. He's in that caring. But I just don't see him following through to skip down the path of happily ever after.
Okay.
And you're feeling that. Is that true?
It's kind of like you said, moments I do and moments I don't. So maybe it's like almost like someone that wants to go in and then for some reason they step back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel from their end.
Right. And that's why I said earlier, they don't always do what they say they're going to do.
Right.
So allow it to continue a bit longer.
Okay.
And be in that energy, but notice what you're noticing.
Okay.
And trust your intuition on this one. You're very, very intuitive. And the energy I see there is that if you allow yourself to just let this play out, you're going to know exactly what you need to know, and you're going to be able to, if you choose to walk away with no regrets.
Okay.
And I know you don't want to feel like, well, maybe I missed something.
Right.
There won't be any missing anything.
Okay.
All right? Next 8 weeks is a tell-all for that. And I know I said that to someone a couple of weeks ago on the radio show, and it all wrapped itself up kind of nicely. So sit and watch the show. It's going to be interesting.
Okay.
All right? God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sarah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
1-800-889-0267. I've got questions on Facebook, so I think we need to see Tawana, let's see what we've got going on here. Well, we've got a word for you, my dear. First of all, Spirit is talking about job opportunities, job promotion. They're talking to me about a new beginning, a fresh financial start for you. And I'm feeling that coming into this month, you start this new upswing of finances, and the finances begin to expand. And I'm seeing independence. I know we just celebrated Independence Day, but I just saw fireworks. Like, you're going to have independence, and it's going to offer you a lot of flexibility in your life. And to be able to they say call your own shots. It's almost like right now you live under the effect of other people's choices and things. So what I'm seeing here from Spirit is that there's new job opportunities to expand. I see financial growth and well-being. You should have already begun some new opportunity or the cycle of a new job opportunity. You're going to be able to promote within that organization. I'm going to see growth coming your way. You are collaborating with the universe. You're being very specific in what you're asking. So they go, bravo, you're doing a great job talking about what you want, and your spiritual gifts have been opening up tremendously. And I do see a lot of healing in the love arena happening for you in this year, and in this healing, I see the attraction of another mate coming for you, Tawana. That's my feedback for you on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching the show and watching all of our posts. I really appreciate you, and keep the questions coming for me on Facebook, and I'm going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Matthew, and Matthew is in Gainesville. Matthew, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good.
Good. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
So I'm starting graduate school overseas in late September, October, and I'm trying to find a place to live because the housing isn't included. And I'm just kind of like pretty overwhelmed with the process, and I'm kind of looking at a place where I might go into the contract, but I don't know if it's like the right apartment.
Okay.
Or wait. I'm pretty overwhelmed.
Of course you are. And when I look at that apartment, you're sharing it with some other people, yes?
It's a studio, so I share the building, but it's my own space.
And is the building like 3 segments? Do you know what in the building?
I think it's 3 stories.
Okay. I've got 3 segments. So if it's 3 stories, fine. But they're telling me there's 3, something with the number 3 associated with it. It is a fair opportunity. Financially, I don't know if it's quite the price you want to see. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the scary part for you. Are you going to Italy or Rome? Where are you going?
London.
London, okay. Are you supposed to travel and do some things for work for your graduate program?
I plan on traveling just to take advantage of the location.
Okay.
But,
okay, I see a lot of traveling, and I do have the energy of Rome around you, so if you've ever wanted to go to Italy, I feel like that's something that's going to happen for you. When I look at this place, it's a possibility. I feel you can do better in price and better in location.
Okay.
So you take that opportunity and see if you can turn it into something else. There'll be another opportunity coming for you.
Do you see like anything specific I should look out for, or?
Well, what I love about that opportunity is the studio, that you have that connection and that sense of self and self-reliance. And is that about, how far is that from where you're going to be studying?
Like 4 miles, like by the subway.
Okay.
They just moved the classes last minute, and it kind of changed like my whole frame of mind about where I was going to live. And the city's huge. So.
The city's huge. By the 20th of this month, you're going to have a better idea where you're going to live.
Okay, so I should hold off on this contract then.
Yeah, hold off on this contract because it's significantly more than you want to pay, correct?
Yeah, it's a little stressful, but they have like an early release clause where I can get out of it in 6 months. But at least I know like I'd have a place because I'm organizing this from overseas. So.
I understand. Well, if you feel that you can afford it for the 6 months and you want to hedge your bets, you know, this is an area of trust, yes?
Yes, a complete faith.
Complete faith. So if you have a clause to get out, then that's the plus in that. So you can do anything for a short period of time. And then you'll be more familiar with the city.
Yeah.
But I do feel there'll be another opportunity. So only you know what you can afford to do in a short period of time. And if that extra bit of money monthly is something that is manageable, then that might take some of the stress off. But you're going to do quite well overseas. This is your dream coming true.
Thank you. As you know, it's been a huge process. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the reassurance.
You're welcome, and you've learned so much, so you'll be fine. You'll see.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye. 1-800-889-0267, going right back to the phone lines. And I've got Ginger. And she's in Royal Palm. Ginger, how are you?
Good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ginger. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I want to know financially what is going to happen to me.
And I feel like there's been a break in the flow in the finances in the past 6 months. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. And now it's almost like you got thrown under the bus or got the rug pulled out from under you. That's the vibration. It wasn't, you're very logical and you plan, but you couldn't plan for this, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. There is a financial turnaround for you, but I also feel that in your circle that things aren't being handled fairly. Does that make sense to you?
No, what does that mean exactly?
There's something unfair or unjust that occurred that created this rift in the finances. Does this make sense to you?
Oh, something happened, yes.
Yes, okay, but it almost unfair, unjust, wasn't handled
Absolutely
right,
unfair,
okay?
yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so because when I say that I have Archangel Michael steps up and we need to balance the scales of justice, I want to smooth things out for you. I want to put you in a better financial picture coming into the month of September. I feel that you're going to have flow back, employment flow back. You're going to feel that substantial cushion underneath you again. You have to reinvent yourself. Is that correct? Life has changed as you know it, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And does someone owe you something? And I don't mean you lent money. I mean like somebody owes you something to make it right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to reinvent yourself, and they do not want to actively do what we would like them to do.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you that they're going to have to do it. Okay.
Do you know when?
Begrudgingly. It's a begrudging process. So when I look at that energy, I feel September opens up this portal of financial wellness for you. All right?
Okay.
Is there a paper that they have to fill out, or is there a paper involved in this, please?
There's a lot of paperwork involved.
Okay. I got these paper. I have a paper, this one piece of paper that's, I want to call it almost like a note. It's a financial note. So this is the information that's going to tell you what, when, where you're getting what you're supposed to get. So this is supposed to come to pass in this calendar year, and September opens up that portal. And are you looking to make a shift, a change in your financial well-being for work?
I just started a new job about a month ago.
Perfect. It's going to take you up. It's going to give you a chance to shift the energy up in a movement upwards from where you are to being more recognized there. I don't know that there's a lot of room for growth, but I feel like you'll get some more recognition from that. So it's going to move well for you there. All right?
Okay.
All right.
You think I should stay?
For now, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have your resume out other places, but you're going to get some recognition there, and that's going to help.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right.
How did you hear about the show, Ginger? How did you hear about the show?
My cousin.
Oh, okay. Well, thank your cousin for me. Financial wellness begins for September. So right now we're just kind of on the mend, so to speak, yes?
Oh, yeah. It's been on the mend for almost 8 months.
Okay. But we're on the mend, and I want you to focus on that. And there's been a lot of injustices that have occurred in this process. Just trust it's all going to right itself, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
1-800-889-0267. We're going to Facebook. And Carolina Garcia's got a question for me. What message does Spirit have for you this week? Well, let's take a look at what I see here. You know, Carolina, I'm seeing that there's a lot of angel activity around you and a lot of signs from your loved ones on the other side, almost as if you're finding feathers and signs. I see a feather being shown to you, as if you're being made aware that your loved ones are on the other side and that the angels are with you. Pay attention to these clues, Carolina. There's an opportunity for you to get even closer to the angels in this time. And I do feel that you are going to be rewarded for your patience in a matter that's been very problematic for you. We've had a lot of pressure on you in these past 2 years, and Spirit says that the burdens start to get lifted, and I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to shoot it up so that you can have an opportunity to make a change for yourself. And I'm going to tell you that October, November, December, great months for you. I see a lot of celebration. I see a lot of happiness for you. Thank you for your question, Carolina, on Facebook. So appreciate you joining us here on Facebook and watching us live. I'm going right back to the phone lines, 1-800-889-0267. And I've got Tawana, and Tawana is in Georgia. Tawana, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I just want to know what Spirit has for me tonight, and then I have a thank you before I let you go.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so Spirit's talking about we're climbing up the work ladder, right? We're starting to move up financially, yes?
And that's the thank you. You told me to take the test. I took the test. I made 100. You told me a job was coming in August. Well, I start on Monday. And I follow you all the time. You're my angel, and I thank you for that. I really do.
Oh, thank you. Really thank you. And have you and I met? We met, right? Didn't we get to meet?
We haven't met. I felt like our souls have met.
Okay, I feel like that too.
I've called in before, and I'm always commenting on Facebook. I've become real attached to you. So,
well, thank you.
Sorry for.
Come on, join everybody. We're all attached, right? We're all connected. So we're all just here. Everyone take a piece. We're all here, right? But it's so wonderful to hear that exciting news. And I'm seeing you climbing up, and I'm glad you took the test. And look, you got 100. And if I recall correctly from the vibration Spirit reminds me of, you were kind of worried, right?
I was.
Oh,
but yeah. Because I've been out of work since December, and there's still some things on the back end that I'm facing, but I'm looking more to the future, and I'm just dealing with whatever comes my way day by day. But
head up.
Yeah.
Because this is the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Okay? This is the time where you claim your independence. This is the time where, I know you beat yourself up in your heart on yourself, but this is the time where you get to undo all of those aspects and move forward knowing that you're strong, and you're courageous, and you did it.
Thank you. And I know you said something about I was going to have a hot summer love life.
Hot summer in the city, honey.
I'm still waiting on that part.
You know what I love about Spirit? They're really kind of logical. They like to take care of some of the day-to-day technicalities. So I think once you're out and about and working, I think love is coming. So... And, in Georgia, I know it stays hot for a little while longer, so we don't have to worry, right? Summer will carry on, so.
Right.
So, you've got a few months of summer heat, so let's see how hot it gets over there in Georgia, okay?
We'll see, but I really just called to say thank you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that you shared that with me. God bless you. All right.
God bless you.
Bye. 1-800-889-0267, going right back to the phone lines. And you know what? I've got to take Cassandra. And Cassandra, well, she's in West Palm Beach. Cassandra, how are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great. Thank you for your call. How can Spirit and I assist you?
I'm so happy that I was able to get through. I've called in the past. I've actually sat down with you in the past as well. And my question pertains to that conversation that we had in person.
Oh, Lord. You're going to have to remind me of something.
When we sat down, you told me that I was going to meet somebody, and I was resistant because I didn't see that for myself. I was convinced it was some sort of business matter, but you were adamant that it was romantic.
I love when Spirit gets really tough on me. Go ahead.
And I actually did meet somebody out of the blue, and I wasn't expecting it at all. And I've been with him since last year, and I don't want to ruin it.
Okay. So as you're talking, all right, hold on. As you're talking, I wrote this word gift, and then I wrote the word above it. Spirit tells me you're a gift. You have many gifts, and you are a gift. And Spirit also tells me that you're a little rough around the edges at times. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And you know what? The power of the tongue. Watch what you say. Because you have the power to bring someone down with just 2 words. So remember that he's in your corner. Do you understand me? He's in your corner. He's not out to get you. Spirit's like, he's not like the other guy. This makes sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You may continue now.
Okay, well, I have trust issues from the past, and I find myself analyzing and evaluating way more than I'd like to, and I just really want to shed those things from the past in a way where I can learn from them but not carry them with me.
I understand. So in the moment of now, go ahead. In the moment of now, say that.
In the moment of now,
I am free from all past entanglements.
I am free from all past entanglement.
And love is the only power in my life.
And love is the only power in my life.
And it creates harmony in every aspect.
And it creates harmony in every aspect.
And I trust my knowing.
And I trust my knowing.
And I surrender all need.
And I surrender all need.
To control anything.
To control anything.
Because I trust.
Because I trust.
God will put everything in perfect order.
God will put everything in perfect order.
Okay? You have to trust that. And when that doubt comes in, and don't beat yourself up because everyone's been there. When that doubt comes in, I want you to trust the fact that if you wait and you breathe, that the universe, God, the angels, they're going to whisper to you. And they're going to say, be still. And trust your knowing, not your mind. You see, when we trust our mind, the human mind is filled with experiences that the memory banks hold. And when they hold those memories, all they know how to do is play the tape back. Because that's our learning tool. But when we tap into the divine mind, that's the all-knowing mind of God. And when you're in that creative mind of God, that divine mind, then things are put in a different perspective. And then you can identify the part that is the human side that needs some readjustments in perception. And the divine mind will never fail you. And walk around and tell yourself, I'm tapped into the divine mind. So mind of mine, step over. I got the God mind on point. And it calms you down. You have to breathe through it. Because you came with breath. And in the breath of life, new life is created. In the breath of life, new ideas are created. In the breath of life, you'll know your truth. Just breathe. Everyone's been hurt before. And everyone's got a story. But his story and his actions do not have to translate into this connection between the two of you. Nor does your story have to translate into this. Use them, both of you, use them as the stepping stones to the greatness of love. When you want to question, just take a breath. And ask the universe to show you evidence. And evidence is not always 2 butterflies flying around. I mean, you're going to know what you need to know if you need to know it. And if you trust that the universe is going to cradle you just like that, and the truth is going to be shown, trust will be the answer, because you're not trusting a person. You don't need to trust a person when you trust the universe. The universe puts it all perfectly before you. And then you have the free will to decide if you're going on the ride or not. And I'm so glad Spirit was adamant, because that probably was what you needed. They tell me you're a little thick in the head. Tell me what you needed so that you would pay attention, so you would remember and go, oh, this must be what Sarah said, what Spirit said. You're going to be just fine. And perhaps you can go to sarahspiritual.com or come into the center and let's connect. Let's have another reading. Come on in. Let's roll up our sleeves and have a conversation with the universe.
Okay.
And then who knows? Maybe I'll hear wedding bells for you too. Never know.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, honey. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you at the Expedito Center.
Sarah.
You're welcome. All right. Bye.
Bye.
1-800-889-0267. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. Then I've got my phone lines. I've got California on the line. Don't go anywhere. Jim in Fort Lauderdale, please don't go anywhere. We've got California. We've got Florida. We've got Facebook. Who knows what other state we're going to go to. So stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Take my hand and walk with me so we can go where we'll be free, and we will see the world differently, where one heart can go. Look beyond the years gone by, and all the pain that passed us by, and we will be together, you and I. And when you look out to the sky, remember love can pass you by, and it's time to look behind.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Want to connect to the light within you? Talk to Sarah now and begin your spiritual empowerment. Call Sarah at 561-844-6167 locally or toll free at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide. You can email your questions to Sarah to radio@sarahspiritual.com.
Take my hand and walk with me so we can go where we'll be free and we will see the world differently. We'll run
And we are back here live on WBZT iHeartRadio, and I've got to go right back to the phone lines, and I got to tell you, I got to go to California because I just love California. It's on my list of places that I would consider going, but Maui's on my top choice. No offense, California. So we're going to go to Jewel, and Jewel's in California. Jewel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great. Great to hear your voice. How's everything?
It's good, and I love hearing your songs. It's beautiful, beautiful music.
Thank you. Thank you. How's your harp doing?
It's doing good.
It's doing good. A lot of creation going on, right?
Yep, it's starting to get out a little bit more and get opportunities to share a little bit more of my music, which is what I've been really, really wanting to do.
And you will. And you will. And the end of this year into next year brings great expansion for the music. And I'm going to say it on national radio because I know I said it to you in California. I know I said it to you on Facebook. But you and the harp, come on down to South Florida.
Okay.
We'll have to find a way to get you here. All right? Because I know everyone will just love your music. Absolutely love your music and your creation. And I just loved kind of collaborating with you on the fly. I think we did well for two people who just wing it. Right?
Absolutely, and it's going to only get better, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Sure of that.
So, Jewel, what's your question for me tonight?
Well, I just want to know what Spirit sees for me in, I'm wanting to increase more flow for finances and receptivity to financial and opportunities to do my work, as well as I'd love to.
All right, then I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to tell you what they tell me, okay? Because you've got quite a full basket coming, okay? First thing I see is abundance. I see the increase of abundance. I see that this fall time opens up new avenues of abundance for you. I see teaching opportunities, mentoring opportunities. I see you creating a harmonic convergence program. There's something you're going to do with harmony and music. That's going to be your program. That's going to be your platform for teaching. Write it down. Very important. Angels bringing it forth. I also have here for you love life. We got a love life question, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, for you, and hear this, for you, your abundance and your love always seem to have this lag. Like you can feel happy and you can engulf your music and be fulfilled or come up with a great creation or idea or an invention, and maybe some abundance is coming in, and then the love life is lagging. Then the love life might start to pick up and the abundance lags. I'm seeing both of them coming to a full fruition for you in this year into next year. I see partnership, union, I see relationship, primary partnership, and you know who would say that, right? Primary partnership. Preferential partnership. This is what you've been asking for the past 4 years, but now you're finally ready. And you have felt that you didn't deserve to get paid for what you did. There's been this, I don't know, I'm happy, all right, I made this much, but no. You deserve to have it all. You deserve this incredible amount of money for your gifts, and this is what you bring to the table. And Spirit is telling me that the worth inside of self is what is measuring the pay that you've been receiving, and the frequency of the gigs and the recognition and the teaching opportunities. So stay open to this. Stay open to this, because there is a shift happening in that receptivity, and you've been doing the work. I know you've been doing the work, and I see that this shift is going to open up. And when we feel we're worthy for all the abundance beyond measure, and you truly believe it's your birthright, because love is the essence that breathes within you, the other birthright comes forth, and now you have it all. You have it all. And it's coming in this time. And is there an opportunity of putting together a program? Are you working in collaboration with somebody?
I'm doing it myself right now, and I am writing something. I'm going to be putting together a presentation about sound and music and the cosmos and everything, and it's about that harmonic conversion. It's about, I mean, everything is sound. So it's
great.
And it's a presentation for as well as to address some of the sound healing issues and stuff, but also that music is for everyone.
Music is for everyone. It's a universal language. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's interesting you're saying this, and interesting we're having this conversation. Of course, interesting like us. Spirit's like, yeah, of course it's interesting. We helped orchestrate it. But just the other day, I wrote a piece of music to do some healing with the vocals and the music that was behind it, to do a healing on an individual who wasn't well. Because music has the power to heal. And here you are talking about your harmonic convergence, and I'm like going, wait a minute, I feel like I was just living this at my piano the other day.
Right, right.
So it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
And you know, you and I are connected, so.
Yeah. So I have some ancestors that are helping me from the other side, that are assisting me in this presentation, writing it down. That's what I'm struggling with, is the writing.
There is no struggle. There is no struggle.
Yeah.
When I was talking to someone earlier, I talked about, I was talking to Cassandra, the divine mind. When you put the pen in your hand and you try to put the conceptual process on paper, which sometimes is hard because when you feel it and you're in it, it's kind of hard to articulate in words. I understand that. But when you take you, the person, out of it, and you say, I'm tapped into the divine mind, the divine universal mind of harmony, and I am converging the universe's energy and divine universal intelligence at this moment, and I summon the divine intelligence to be present with me here and now as I place the pen on the paper in this moment. Give me the words that describe the process that will speak to the souls of mankind. It's not about Jewel. Jewel's not writing it.
I get that, and I think that I'm pretty comfortable with that, but I guess what I'm having trouble with is like when it's to write just a short, like a small little paragraph in the third person for the promotional thing for it, and you know, that piece. It's like I get kind of overwhelmed because I think there's too many words.
Too many words. Okay.
Too much to say.
Too much to say, but then you ask the universe and your guides, because you have a very strong spiritual guide that's working with you, almost like an inventor. It's like that energy of the invention. Ask them to be pithy. Give me pithy. And when you look at all the words on the paper, and you see all those words, what is the essence? What's the one word that represents the essence? What it encapsulates that multiple paragraph description? And find the keywords and kind of put them off to the side, right? It's like playing a puzzle. And then say, these words represent this. So how can I say this in 30 seconds or less? And record yourself. The recorder is my friend, right? So I talk into the recorder, and I snap it, and then I'm done. And then I play it back. Oh, no, that's not going to work. If I ever said that to someone, that wouldn't work. And you do it again. And then you do it again. But as you start to keep doing it, or you just don't shut it off and keep going, if you allow the flow, the divine universe, and I say this to you and everyone who wants to create, everyone who wants to write a book, everyone who wants to write music, everyone who wants to channel spirit, if you surrender you and you just let them talk through you, they will begin to take your words and put their words in place. We may not all channel in a way as a direct channel transmedium, but we can all channel the universe.
Yes.
So allow it to flow through you, and it's going to bring you something powerful.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah.
You'll see. It'll be done lickety-split.
Good. Do you see a recording happening this fall?
I do. And I see
excellent.
funding coming for that as well.
That's what I need. Yes.
I know that's what you need. And I see money coming. And so I'm going to quote my Jerry Maguire pal. Show me the money, universe. Show me the money.
Okay.
And they're going to show it to you.
Money.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Jewel. And give my love to
you.
everyone. I love you too. God bless you. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
1-800-889-0267. We got a full board going on here, and I've got to get to a call by a guy named Jim, and Jim is in Fort Lauderdale. Jim, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Jim, and how can Spirit and I assist you?
Yes. Last year, I said to God, I said, I'm tired of waiting. I said, send me my wife. And he sent me a very wonderful lady. As a matter of fact, we just celebrated on Father's Day 1 year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a very beautiful lady, very sweet lady. She has introduced me to everybody in her entire family.
She wants to keep you.
All the kids. Pardon?
I guess she wants to keep you.
Yeah, she's been there and stands beside me and backs me in whatever I do. And I don't know, seems lately like I'm just like, I don't know, I'm having negative dreams about long negative stuff way back in the past.
Okay. So let's go over that. Let's go over that.
Go ahead.
So the first thing to make me aware of is that you have to watch your health. All right? First and foremost, you have to watch your health because there's some things that have to be put back in alignment in the balance of the body, and then I go into the sugar and the pressure, but I primarily go to the sugar. So I don't know if there's some diabetic history in the family, but I want you to be aware of that, Jim, so that you can keep that in track. Is there an issue there?
Yeah, it is, and I don't know why my numbers are just up here lately.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing great the previous 3 months when I took my blood work, and that was the best I've ever done.
Okay, so what I'm going to suggest.
Why I'm up this time.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to, because that takes a toll on the body. So when you go outside and you walk in this wonderful South Florida hot sun, I want you to see the light from the sun permeating the top of your head and filling every cell in your body with the light. That's the light of God. And I want you to ask that everything be put in divine harmonic balance. The divine harmonic balance. This is important, and that will help regulate the blood sugar. When I work on people, that's one of the tools that I use to assist them. I use the rays of the sun to permeate through every cell in the body to restore it to the harmony. And what's also happening is that the energy of the past, there's two parts to this. The first part is that the energy to the past of which you haven't forgiven yourself for, these parts are the rehashing and the reliving and the cutting the cords of karma from a past experience in this life, so past relationships. So those, you're getting ready to move forward, but it's like there's these rubber bands trying to pull you back. And this is where you call Archangel Michael and you ask him to use his sword to cut the cords of this elasticity that's trying to pull you back to the past. And I also feel that there's someone who heard it through the grapevine that you're happy and they don't want to see you be happy. And it's like they're holding that grudge of energy, all right?
Is this a female?
It is a female. It is a female. And I'm going to take you back like 20 years for this female.
20 years?
I know, you got to pick through a lot of females. I know, but it's 20 years ago. It's someone who feels very, very wronged by the experience she had with you. So I'm in 2017, yes?
Okay.
So I'm going to go you back into like 1997, 1998, 99. It's in that vibrational pattern. So
I know who she is.
I know who she is. So there's a bad vibe. It's like, when someone crosses your mind and you're like, oh, God, I can't believe that happened. Whatever stirred her up, it was like stirring up a hornet's nest. So again, in the moment of now, you stand in your own heart and you say, I ask to be released from this karmic entanglement. You forgive yourself first, and you send her love and blessings.
Okay. Now, I haven't spoken to this lady probably, I don't know, 10 years maybe.
I know, but she expected a lot from you, and you didn't deliver. I'm just reporting the news, Jim. Okay?
Okay, yes.
So let it go. All right? And, at my center, I have a lot of mists and splashes and baths and things that you can kind of clear your energy. Sometimes our energetic field, our aura, picks up a lot of stuff, and we need to wipe it down and clear it off a bit. That's all.
Okay.
So let's clear it off. And I bet you sleep a lot better and the nightmares will go away. And my center is in West Palm, but all you have to do is call the center at 561-682-0955 and give your name and say, I talked to Sarah on radio, and she said she would recommend a couple of things, and I'll put together a couple of things, and we'll ship it off to you in Fort Lauderdale if you can't make the trip up to West Palm Beach. I have an entire center filled with products. This is nothing.
Right.
I've chased away the boogeyman, so this is nothing. This is just some bad dreams of some past experiences that aren't really willing to let you go. And you're finally...
Yeah, I know it's nothing that I'm involved with at all now. It's just negative stuff from 20 odd years ago.
Yes. I know. That's why I said 20 years. You're like, 20 years? Yes, Jim, 20 years.
Now, right now, I'm trying to reinvent the business that God blessed me with, the talent in the automotive business, and I'm trying to reinvent that. And,
you're going to open up a shop? You're going to have a little shop, a little spot? Yes? Johnny on the spot? Yes?
Pardon?
You're going to have a shop?
Yeah, my shop was illegally closed, and
I know. I see another spot.
I need to call the attorney and see what they're doing on filing that paperwork I need.
I see another spot. Johnny on the spot. You're going to have another spot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it just seems like, I don't know, money's just like being held.
All right. So all the more reason why we're going to clear your energy. Okay? Because what happens is when one thing starts to overwhelm us, and Jim, it's happened to everybody, then another thing comes, and another thing comes, and another thing comes, and it's like it wants to overwhelm you and distract you, so you forget that your birthright is to be abundant, that you're a divine child of the Almighty God, and nothing can hurt you. Because it feels like it beat you. And the minute you give in to that energy, it thinks it won. No, it didn't win. It's the illusion. Don't fall into the illusion.
No.
All right? You'll see. It's going to turn it around, my friend. You'll see. All right? So call my center, the Expedito Lightman Center, or you can go to sarahspiritual.com if you want to get the phone number off of there, SARAH, spiritual.com. That's where you can see some of the products I have and some of the services. But what I have in mind, we're going to make you something special and turn the beat around, honey. You'll see.
So what's the spirit say about my other half?
Okay, Jim. We're just answering a couple questions. We're not going to do a whole reading. I'm about to be pulled off air. But I thank you so much for calling. All right, call the center and we'll see if we can kind of clear you up a bit, all right?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing time and space with us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And it's been a pleasure to talk about love and, well, whatever you want to talk about. Next few weeks are devoted to all of you and us, well, wrapping up a nice package here for us on WBZT, and who knows where the universe is going to take us. We got some surprises coming. So stay with us, everyone. I look forward to connecting with you next week. Write your desires down. The full moon's coming this weekend. Let's see if we can all make a shift. Take care. God bless you. I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 7 till 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.